It's a proud moment for a teacher to be
Absolutely,
addressing
sir.
a student who has achieved her dreams. So basically, I feel that you can be a very motivational factor for all students who are preparing online.
Yes, I actually feel that online lectures for me personally has worked even better than the offline lectures because you cannot miss on them. They are with you. They are recorded lectures. You can repeat them. So for me personally, they have worked even better than the offline classes. Conceptual clarity is, what would I say? It is the foundation of clearing an exam like.
How did you start preparing? How did you make your notes? How did you prepare for your prelims, mains, and we'll come to interview later.
Yes, sir. So, first of all, I think one should make up their mind very clearly because it could be a long journey, it could be a short journey. You may clear it in first attempt or you may clear it in fifth or tenth.
How was your mains? How did I mean when you were appearing in your mains? What
Yes,
is the
sir.
experience of mains examination?
Sir, I would say mains was the toughest phase out of the three. I mean, stages. Mains was the biggest ladder that needed to be crossed at that time.
You remember when I was teaching you arrest in CPC? I was interlinking it with the constitution, with the arrest in CRPC.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And that question came in mains also this time.
I always say this line, if you remember in my class, that you have to know every law. You cannot restrict yourself to the laws which are in your syllabus.
Absolutely, sir. And in fact, I remember, I'll tell you two questions here that they asked me, which I felt is not really the part of syllabus, but yet it is syllabus.
Hi, Ravleen.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, beta, good. It's a proud moment for a teacher to be
Absolutely,
addressing
sir.
a student who has achieved her dreams and has
Yes.
become a judge. Firstly, many, many congratulations for succeeding in yesterday's Haryana Judiciary. And
Thank you so much, sir. And many, many congratulations to you also. Such a sweet, clean sweep you have made.
thank you, beta. It is actually, I always feel a teacher only can help you jump the wall. I can push, but actually, you have to jump the wall yourselves. And indeed, it's a very proud moment for me that the topper is my student, the second person, the fourth, and
Yes.
so many more than 30 students are my students. It A teacher can only feel proud about this aspect that at least
Absolutely, sir.
I was able to help you all. Uh, you belong to my online batch, right?
Yes, sir. I joined the COVID batch in 2000, July 2020.
Yeah, we called it the COVID batch.
Yes, the COVID batch, the
Yes.
historic.
Okay. You know,
Yes, sir.
I mean, you are an example for all the students who are learning online all over India. In
Yes,
the
sir.
sense that, if you, by studying only online, were able to crack and you were able to get a very high position, that means anybody can do it. So basically, I feel that you can be a very motivational factor for all students who are preparing online. Because here you are, who has done it on her own, literally. Of course, my lectures were a little bit of help, I guess, but
Sir, you are being very modest. It's not. No, no, no. You cannot. I mean, yes, I actually feel that online lectures for me personally has worked even better than the offline lectures because you cannot miss on them. They are with you. They are recorded lectures. You can repeat them. So for me personally, they have worked even better than the offline classes.
do you think that online mode is a better than offline? मैंने दोनों चलाए हैं,
Yes,
it
sir.
was COVID batch or yours, as you are
Yes,
like.
sir.
Do
Absolutely.
you think that online is a better mode than offline?
Sir, actually, I've not attended the offline classes.
Right.
So, not demeaning them, but I think online works really well. And for persons who, yeah, I mean, who are consistent, even if you have, there are 10-day gaps, you're taking a 10-day break, or you need to do some urgent work, you have recorded lectures, you can keep up. Whereas in offline, sir, I feel that gap, it just keeps on adding up, and then you have a lot of burden at the end to
True.
that. So that's why I just feel online is.
Yes, and you have the advantage of listening to the recordings many times. That is a,
Absolutely, sir.
because in offline my students what they would miss, and I used to have huge students का, तो वो फिर अगले साल आता था. That I think
Absolutely.
that's,
Absolutely, sir.
no, in
And in
fact,
fact,
yeah. Please go ahead. Sorry, please
no,
continue.
no, sir. Actually, if there are some, tough topics, for example, like let's say 167 CRPC, so we can rehear that again and again. So, there is more clarity. Whereas in offline, that kind of part is lacking. However, sir, offline has its own advantages also.
True, true, true.
Yes, sir.
Being very balanced. I'm noticing Ravleen for the first time since I'm seeing you for the first time because you were in my online batch. But
Yes,
I
sir.
that you actually deserve to be a judge because your entire talk is a very balanced talk. What I always used to tell you, remember, that you must think like a judge, you must speak like a judge, you must act like a judge. And I'm very proud to say that I'm seeing all these qualities in you, and no doubt the Haryana Judiciary selected you. You actually deserve it.
So you're very kind with your words. I can only say that.
No, no, no. I mean it. I mean, I'm not a politician, but
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I mean every word. Okay. Now, firstly, do you think that the depths, the depths I go in my lectures,
Oh,
do
yes,
you think that conceptual clarity is a must, and the depth, you remember I dissect every word of
absolutely.
every section. Do you think that depth is needed while we are teaching?
Absolutely, sir. And in fact, I feel conceptual clarity is, what would I say? It is the foundation of clearing an exam like this. I mean, you may clear prelims without conceptual clarity, but then you will be stuck at mains. You might clear mains, but then you'll be stuck at interview. I mean, you cannot clear the three stages without conceptual clarity. And I remember you telling each and every word. I did not know how to read the Bare Act before I joined you, and I'm not exaggerating the facts. It is true, sir. I did not know it. Even I didn't have all the barracks. I did not even buy them before I joined your classes. So every word I used to underline. You made sure you tell us that these words are important. Shall has its own importance. May has its own importance. We did not know anything about that. So, sir, dissection of the words that you have done for us, that has given us a direction of how to read, how to go about it. I mean, we have grunts and grunts of books in our libraries, but taking out the relevant portion, reading it, and knowing how to go about it, that is very important. And, sir, you've really, really helped in that. And conceptual clarity, I would say, is must, must, must.
Okay, you hit the nail on the head. I also always say in my class, first have conceptual clarity. And you
Yes,
remember I always say in class, पहले इंटरव्यू की तैयारी करो, फिर
absolutely.
करो, प्रीलिम्स की अपने आप हो जाएगी.
Absolutely, sir. I can never forget that.
And now you understand why I say. Now that you have cleared, now you can place the words in the right perspective. That
Yes,
why I used to say all these things.
absolutely, sir.
Okay. How did you start preparing? Let us, I mean, let the students who all want to now become judges. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
being in the offline mode and you cracking it in such a high position. I mean, how did you move about? How did you start preparing? How did you make your notes? How did you prepare for your prelims, mains? And we'll come to interview later.
Yes, sir. So, first of all, I think one should make up their mind very clearly, because it could be a long journey, it could be a short journey. You may clear it in first attempt, or you may clear it in fifth or 10th. So, first of all, I would say mind making is the initial step. And then, sir, talking about the bookish preparation, if we talk about that, then, sir, for prelims, I was very sure that I have to be very clear with my barracks and solve previous year questions. So that was really helping me. I mean, there were certain, words that I was missing, but when I used to solve previous year questions, so those words came into my, highlight portion. Know that I have to focus on these also. So for prelims mainly, sir, I focused on bare acts along with important case laws, important concepts. That I think, sir, would be my strategy for prelims. And revision is the key, sir.
Right.
We cannot. open our book and close it. We need to revise it thrice, 4 times, and I think I revised. I don't even remember how many times.
Right.
Yes, sir. And
Remember,
for
class, revision is always the key to success. Revise, re-revise,
yes,
re-revise. Right.
absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Because one does forget. We are
Yes.
not robots that we can learn and, I mean, gather every word of every section. We need to revise it again and again, again and again. That is the key, sir. I just think there is no shortcut. You have to go about it, doing it again and again.
Absolutely true.
Yes.
And okay, how was your mains? How did I mean when you were appearing in your mains? What
Yes,
is the
sir.
experience of mains examination?
Sir, I would say mains was the toughest phase out of the three. I mean, stages. Mains was the biggest ladder that needed to be crossed at that time. And, sir, for mains, I felt conceptual clarity is the first thing. Second, I would say interconnectivity of the subjects. Sir,
Correct.
Indian Penal Code, CRPC, Indian Evidence Act. So, if we take these three subjects, they do interconnect at a lot of places. So that one thing I felt. And third, I would say, sir, answer writing. That is very, very important because exams these days are very lengthy. So we
Yes.
need to make sure that our pace, hand, and mind, the coherence, it works very nicely. So I think this worked for me.
Wonderful. And remember, while I was really teaching you, I used to always interlink every section with every
Yes,
possible,
sir.
and that is what I always teach my students. That
Yes,
when you
sir.
start interlinking law, you remember when I was teaching you arrest in CPC, I was interlinking it with the Constitution, with the arrest in CRPC.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And that question came in mains also this time. Yes, sir. And sedition also came, and you used to tell us if sedition came connected with Article 19, connected with Article 19. So it kind of hit me at that time.
Right. See that because that shows the depth of your knowledge. And
Yes,
that's
sir.
what I always give advice to all my students. Always start interlinking. That you can only interlink if you are clear about every law. And that,
Yes, sir.
if you're not clear about the concept of any law, then how can you interlink? That is why the basis is, as you rightly said in the very beginning, conceptual clarity.
Yes, sir.
I don't think in the present day scenario, you can say ये important topic है और ये important नहीं है. Sara, I mean, if you
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I mean, I totally agree with this because I remember this time criminal law exam, there was a question on section 295A of IPC. We just ignore it for mains. We do not read it for mains. So I at that time was like, I mean, we have to attempt it. We have to attempt it nicely. So you use your mind. But having said that, if we are pre-prepared for unexpected questions, that is a better strategy rather than thinking
at that
there and
right,
yes, sir.
you remember, I covered CPC 51 orders every rule and 158 sections,
Absolutely, sir.
all
Absolutely.
four sections of CRPC. I mean, it was a Herculean task, but I have understood that all my students are getting success because of the fact that I have given you the depths, and my students also now need the depths. They not only go to the depths, they now build a superstructure on the foundation I lay.
Yes, sir.
How did you build your superstructure on the foundation I gave?
Sir, I actually first my strategy was whatever foundation we are building that has to be strong. So I need to read it 2 or 3 times before I start building the superstructure over it. So I read books also. I used to refer book also. And sir, I used to refer live law also. And I used to make additional notes. I
Wonderful,
think that sort of helped me in
very.
clearing notes.
That gives you a wider panorama of law
Yes,
and a
sir.
better idea. Yes, absolutely. That was the right strategy. Okay. Uh, how was the interview?
Sir, actually, I would say it was a mixed emotion. I mean, when I went in, I was scared and everything. And when I came out, I was blank. I did not know what. Did I say right? Did I say good morning? Did I ask them to sit? So I was very blank. And by the time I exited the building, and then it started, I started recollecting, okay, I did say good morning. I was okay. I answered it.
Yes.
So that's how it went.
But I
But
think the food is very, very friendly.
yes, sir, absolutely. There is no intimidating scenes
Yeah.
over there. That
I
is not the case.
on honorable lordships are very, very, I will say almost friendly or fatherly in nature. I've noticed.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, all my 10 years of teaching, I've seen that always the board has been very, very encouraging, to say the least.
Absolutely, sir. And I remember at a point in my interview, I could not recall certain act, and they pushed me. Come on, think. You should think it.
Okay.
So that kind of gave me hope. I mean, if you push someone, so your all neurons start working, and it's
Yes.
like, okay, okay, I remember it now.
What were the questions? I mean, what were they asking? Was it on law or was it outside law in the
Sir,
interview?
for me, the introductory portion was not really related to the law. It was actually related to Punjab University, where I completed my LLB.
Right.
And then I think it mostly went on law. It mostly went on parole. The topic that most, yes, sir, it was parole.
फरलो भी पूछा होगा, पैरोल भी पूछा होगा.
Yes, sir. Furlough to just they just wanted to know the definition of furlough, and for in case of parole, they were going into entry cases also.
Oh,
So that kind of, yes, sir.
did they interlink it with CRPC, probation
Y-
वगैरह?
Yes, sir, they did.
Okay.
Yes, sir, they did.
Okay. That means they went to section 360 also. And
Absolutely, sir.
acha, and what about civil law? What did they ask you on civil law?
Sir, with me, civil law, it mostly went on, I remember, arbitration and conciliation,
Okay.
and whether appeal from Lok Adalat lies,
Right.
whether grounds of fraud can be taken in the appeal.
Right.
So I just was very clear on this that Lok Adalat's appeal went only on fraud grounds, not
Right.
otherwise. So they went quite. It went. They looked satisfied with the answers.
You remember, though arbitration is not in your syllabus, but
Yes,
I
sir.
introduced arbitration as a subject in your curriculum. You remember?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Because
sir.
I knew that they are going to, because that there is one lesson that we in our interview we are not necessarily asked on the subjects in our curriculum. We may be asked on laws which are outside our curriculum, and that is why
Absolutely, sir.
I always say this line, if you remember in my class, that you have to know every law. You cannot restrict yourself to the laws which are in your syllabus.
Absolutely, sir. And in fact, I remember, I'll tell you two questions here that they asked me, which I felt is not really the part of syllabus, but yet it is syllabus.
Okay.
They asked me what is judicial accountability.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And one more that they asked me was, where do you find the law related to furlough?
Okay.
So, and parole. So, Prisons Act, Prisoners Act. Although we do not read it in our syllabus, but we tend to know such things, very basics. So, I think
Yes.
they asked basic things, and
But
which
yet
one was?
to many other subjects.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. In your house, any legal background people?
No, sir. I
Acha,
am the
you
first one. Yes, sir.
very, very congratulations. I'm sure your
Thank you.
parents must be very, very proud of you.
Very, very proud, sir.
It is a very just reason to be proud. I'm as a teacher, I'm very proud. Unacademy is very proud of you, and
Thank you so much, sir.
we are all, I mean, absolutely thrilled that we have now. You have set the trend that online students are also making it as easily as offline students. And of course, I'm more thrilled because I was able to bag. I mean, as usual, my students were always taking the cake. They always wear the crown, and you all have, so to say, held the flame high. All of us.
Absolutely, sir. We have a large piece of cake this time.
No, but I'm very, very proud of all my students because all of you work so hard. A teacher keeps on working hard if he knows that his students are reciprocating and working hard.
Yes,
If
sir.
the teacher
Absolutely.
realizes that students are not bothered, then his motivation goes down.
Absolutely, sir.
I must say that,
Result is
yeah,
result is the ultimate motivation. If you also get result, you will also perform better. We get results, we also perform better.
absolutely.
Yes.
Acha, now, one thing is there because you, what is your now next plan? Will you be appearing for Punjab now?
Sir, actually I filled the form though.
Okay,
But I'm
okay,
kind of thinking because my goal was to be judicial officer only.
right.
So I didn't think of the state, whether it be Punjab, Himachal, Haryana. I am not very sir concerned about that. So I've made my peace with Haryana actually.
No, Haryana is a wonderful, and it's
Yes.
and very good promotion chances there as
Yes,
compared to
sir.
background today. I'm told. I may be wrong. Okay. What is your advice to the young budding aspirants for judiciary all over the country?
Sir, I would say first be motivated, stay positive. That is very important. Everybody might tell you to read books, but that one thing you need to keep peace of mind. That one thing I would say. Second, sir, conceptual clarity. That I think is the key to success. Revision is the key to success. These are the tips I think I people everybody would relish.
No, no, we all at Unacademy, and I being personally your teacher, we are so proud of you. We all wish you all the very best for your career, and may God bless you always, and
Thank you
all
so
the
much, sir.
confidence remain in the stars. I
Thank,
always wish you the best, and always you should remain in the pinnacles of success. God
thank
bless
you
you.
so much, sir.
We-
Thank you.
Congratulations once again, and congratulations to your parents.
Thank you,
God,
sir.
and you have
And
done us.
congratulations to the whole of the team who's been working so hard behind the cameras also.
Yes, all of the Unacademy works very hard, and that is, my nature. If I was not satisfied, I would not remain in Unacademy for one day. My
Absolutely, sir.
rebellious nature. But I'm so
Absolutely.
glad that the whole Unacademy is working so hard, and we are starting test series also now for mains and so many tests, because
Yes, sir.
we believe that not only should my lectures be going, but we should have a regular check on how they are proceeding.
Absolutely, sir. That is very important.
And I'm very glad that now Unacademy is becoming a complete package which I could think of. So
Absolutely, sir. Quality over everything.
yes, that is must. I at
Yes.
least will not remain wherever there is no quality. My name.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
We wish you all the very best, the whole Unacademy team and me personally. We are proud of you. God bless you. Always rock.
Thank
Thanks.
you, sir.
God,
All
God
right, sir.
bless you. Bye bye. God bless.
Bye, sir. Thank you.